I've known you for years.
Long time.
We've sold a lot of sheets together. Hands down, my favorite sheet set that I think I've done with you in over a decade, and that is saying something.
That is, right?
I have never, ever, ever felt something quite as sinuous and soft and silky and sensuous. I mean, all of those things I want, and a big savings.
Yes.
Because people have been asking you for bamboo, like crazy.
Yes.
Like crazy, crazy, crazy.
Two of my biggest requests with Concierge Collection is bamboo sheets and cooling sheets.
Right.
Sheets that sleep cool.
Check and check.
Both in this one set. And I will tell you, in my 18 years here, I've never seen such a phenomenal reaction to sheets. I mean,
it's so
every
funny.
host that I've worked with in the last 2 days, everyone who's dressed the beds, producers, everyone has picked up this set.
Steve, did I hear earlier that you bought like two or three sets of these? I bought 3, and now I'm counting. No kidding. Every single one of the people who has had the opportunity to physically touch these sheets has bought them.
Yeah.
You have never felt anything that is just so, when I say like silky and soft and sensuous.
Yes.
I mean, but factor that out for just a moment. If we just went to bamboo,
right.
And then if we just went to this price, now a couple of things, our retail values, I'll just tell you this right now, they're very conservative to begin with.
Yes.
So if we can factor in, let's just say, we'll be generous. We'll say anywhere between $130 and $135. That would be in one size.
Right.
And probably in 1 or 2 colors. You can supersize your sheets.
Any size.
You get this beautiful palette of color. We're doing a 5-pay flex pay Labor Day weekend. That means for $9.99. You know, plus shipping and tax, you can get this home. 656-809. Ellen does have shows tomorrow, but I don't know this for certain, but I would guess that maybe this airing is one of the last shots where we can say, okay.
All sizes and colors.
All sizes and all colors, because most people who are getting the sheet set are like me and are getting more than one.
It's so true. And we have a color for everybody, so don't miss out on your favorite. We have these in an incredible aqua. And you'll see the quality of these sheets in every color. And I think that's why people are buying multiple, because they're just so beautiful.
They are.
The luster and the sheen. So this is your aqua. This gray.
That's one of my colors.
I've been calling it silver all day because look at it. I mean, it's just stunning. So that's the gray, the blue.
This is another one of my colors
as well. I love this blue. It's just
so
like
pretty.
The prettiest.
It's like a happy blue.
It is a happy blue. Then we have your sage green, which is always popular. Then we have the white, and it is an optic white. White sheet, because this is a combination of rayon from bamboo and a cooling fiber, so they really do get that crisp white, and they stay clean and white looking. So this one on the bed's been our runaway hit. This is the Dusty Rose.
Yeah, and well, with all of these, we're getting into the final quantities.
Yes,
but
this one especially
on that Dusty Rose.
There's
my other color.
This is the purple ash, and it's like a really super soft, almost like a lilac. And then this taupe, and I've been quoting Adam Freeman on this. He called it a champagne taupe or a cashmere, and I think that describes it perfectly. So if you're like a warm, neutral person, these are beautiful.
They are. Okay, now, actually, I almost did the gray silver, that purple ash, and the white. Because when you showed those together.
That combo is incredible. So I want to explain what these sheets are. You know, Concierge Collection is an exclusive line here at HSN,
Ellen.
And our team does the most amazing combinations of fibers, and that's what these sheets.
Yeah.
So these sheets are 55% rayon from bamboo, and if you've never felt bamboo, it is so silky and drapey and soft, but it's also very porous, the fibers. So it's super breathable. It is moisture wicking and light. And they say you sleep 2 to 3 degrees cooler under bamboo sheets.
But if you're starting to panic and you're saying, okay, but what about in the winter? It helps with
insulating.
With that temperature regulation naturally in the cooler months as well. Frankly, this would have been a today's special if we would have had more of them. That's what a smart deal, takes the place of, more or less. That 5-pay flex pay is for our Labor Day weekend. We have to play with these sheets because I'm telling you.
Yes, the fluidity. Well, I want to talk about the CoolPlus. They really are. So we blended our rayon from bamboo with something that's really new in textiles, but not new in fabric.
Right.
Called CoolPlus. And CoolPlus fibers are man-made fibers that are being used really in activewear because they're so super breathable. Because every little fiber actually is perforated so that it breathes and it allows airflow.
That makes sense.
And it really wicks moisture. So if you think of your skin and when you get in bed and if you have sheets that trap the heat, right? Then you start to perspire. You do. And then if your sheets aren't breathable and if they're not wicking, then you're sweaty. I know. And nobody wants that.
Well, I know you find this shocking that I got in so much trouble last night, but when I was saying these are the pinnacle of sleep naked sheets, as over and above.
Did you try to get Bill Duggan to answer that?
I did. I didn't want Bill Duggan to do a live demonstration, but he did feel my sheets, just for the record. And no kidding, when you take these have never been laundered. So when you see us move and play and drape and caress and snuggle with these have never been laundered.
And I'll tell you, I laundered mine at home and they come out beautifully. And one thing that was unexpected to me was they're wrinkle resistant. Like when I pulled them out of the dryer, rayon from bamboo with the CoolPlus fiber, they really come out wrinkle resistant, fade resistant, shrink resistant, right?
But
they dry faster too. I would care for these a little delicately because when you get them home and you feel them, you'll want to do that. I would wash them separately and delicate. I would dry them on low and no fabric softener.
Right. Well, at least because I'm covered, because you all know I'm a Nellie's fan. I use Nellie's.
The dryer balls, right?
Yes, and the dryer balls. I do. That's exactly what I use. So in terms of sizing, because we've got, I wish we could show you, there's a great Beauty Rest Today's special that's coming up tonight at midnight. So if you know me, I'm Princess in the Pea. Do I still get my little?
Yes, yes, and look at this, 18-inch accommodation, elastic all the way around that's pocketed. So these will fit even that hard to fit mattress. These will stay in place. And you know what else I thought of, Shannon? I've been talking about these sheets for the last couple days. These sheets also, because of the sheen and the softness, they are sateen. They're 400 thread count. So they really are luxury sheets, but they're also cool and comfortable and breathable. But if you've ever bought those pillowcases for the
satin beauty ones.
Yes, the beauty
I know.
ones.
They're expensive.
Because they're so silky.
You know what's so funny? One of those, now I know retail values vary, but I've seen them upwards at or near the price for a pillowcase
that we're doing the whole set.
That we're doing the whole shebango for.
I think it'll help with that because they're so smooth.
That's the first thing I thought when I felt these. So here's the thing. Ellen does have a few more earrings of this tomorrow. However, at least for this show, at least for this hour, we have all colors, we have all sizes. Okay, let's just take the Dusty Rose as an example. We brought in almost 2,000, okay? Steve, you said there were what, 300? Okay, so in all sizes.
Oh my goodness.
So if that just, kind of ballpark puts that in perspective, listen, I don't want to spend your money for you, but my own personal recommendation, if you only do one set, I think you'll have a coulda, woulda, shoulda moment, and you'll be like,
I agree.
I want these on my bed every day. I don't ever want to switch them out on laundry day. I mean, and gift-wise, this knocks it out of the park. I mean, I'm still baffled by this price.
It really is
baffled.
A phenomenal value. And I think what's so great about these sheets is, number one, that bamboo quality, that luster, the high end, the sateen, 400 thread count sateen finish, the silkiness, the luster. I mean, these are gorgeous luxury sheets. But then there's that cooling aspect. And I think so many people sleep hot, or their mattresses run hot. This is a great sheet for that. And a lot of times people think cotton, right? Because we know cotton is breathable.
I'm a cotton fan.
I am too. I love cotton. But this sheet it's going to be twice as breathable as cotton. So it really is designed for so many, it hits the market for so many people.
It does.
And they're beautiful, do we say that?
I know, and they're so pretty.
They're so pretty, right?
I mean, look at when I say it's almost like a liquid material.
It really is.
The way it drapes, the way it floats.
And the weight, let's talk about the weight.
Yes.
Because I think, you know, sheets can be confusing and, you know, there's really something for everyone, but these are have much more heft or substance than, say, a microfiber.
Yes.
They're not heavy, but they're not paper thin. They really do have a beautiful, substantial weight. I was telling the story, I got a sample of these at home, and when I opened it, it's like if you would have seen Shannon last night,
Lord,
when she touched these for the first time, when I opened the package, I took the sheet around my living room to my family and I started laying it on them. I'm like, you have to feel this sheet because—
See, you were doing the same thing I did. I'm like, feel the sheets, feel my sheets,
and
touch my sheets.
Over 18 years here, I've never felt a sheet like this.
You know what? There's a 30-day return policy, okay?
Yes,
It'll be, you know, love from the first caress.
I believe that. I really, and then you know what else? When you launder them, I think that's the other shocking, the way they come out. They dry fast. They are way less wrinkled than a cotton sheet, and just beautiful. You might lose a tiny bit of luster over a few washings, but they hold up incredibly.
They do.
And you know, that's one thing people don't talk about with bamboo is its durability.
It is.
It really is a durable fiber.
It's funny because even in the world of cooking, we talk about bamboo cutting boards, and you know, or you hear it in the world of linen, not only in sheets, but you hear about it in clothing. You hear about it in towels. You know, bamboo is really a hot buzzword for a lot of different reasons, not the least of which you sleep better, you're more comfortable. So remember, we started with almost 2,000 of the Dusty Rose. We now have the final 300 between all of the final 200, I'm sorry, final 200.
So this color, and you know, I'm typically not a pink person, but this sheet,
this is special,
incredible.
Though.
I mean, it really is. It's more like a blush or a rose. And what's really nice is how great it looks with neutrals. So
I was gonna say,
if you have a lot of warmth in your house and you want to add some color,
oh my gosh.
I don't think men would find this too feminine either.
Oh, absolutely not. It's funny, I was actually just thinking that
it's
very
not like a
same
pink.
thing.
It really is almost like that blush, you know, just a nice color.
It's so fantastic. I mean, honestly, if you were gonna do it, I hope, especially if you want that wonderful Dusty Rose, then I would absolutely hope that you would do that tonight because I would do it pronto, because even the 3 colors I got last night, when I saw Ellen, I'm like, gosh, because now I want them all. Now,
well, they're also
I know, because now I'm thinking I should do white.
So here's the neutrals, and you know, I usually say get a neutral and a color, but these neutrals are also great. Honestly, you could mix and match just from this trio right here. This is your taupe and your gray and your white. I mean, they're all so pretty.
They are.
Then the Dusty Rose that's on the bed. Then almost like, I always try to put together like a sea glass kind of tones. So the sage, the aqua, and this blue.
Oh, that's neat.
I wish we still had the bed with the blue on it. This color is just incredible on the bed. And then this purple ash
is so unique.
It really is. It's so light. And this with the gray is just, it's stunning. Look at how pretty that is.
That's gonna be my bed.
Oh,
it is.
Is that too?
It is,
because so pretty.
I did those two, but then I also did the blue, just because it's such a happy blue.
It is, and look at the blue with just white even.
Absolutely.
I think we still have pillowcases.
In fact, you know what, Steve? Oh, okay, on hsn.com,
So if you want to mix colors that way, you could grab some extra pillowcases as well if you wanted to mix and match. There's the blue and the white. Oh, isn't that pretty?
Stunning.
And then you could even, you know, bring some warmth into that with the taupe. That taupe is really nice. Like I always think of, you know, this is so far and above a khaki. Right, if you want something warm and toned. But just get these home. These sheets are so different than anything we've ever done. And we try to bring sheets for everybody. But the fibers, you have rayon from bamboo, 55% of this is that. And then the other 45% is that cooling fiber. And it really is just a beautiful hand, a soft, luxury level sheet that is so different from anything we've ever done.
It really
and they're
is.
exclusive, so I don't know that anybody else has done this combination. In fact, I know they haven't.
I know.
So if you love the combo of the two, don't miss these.
Well, and we don't do these. We don't
Never done anything like this.
Listen, I've sold a lot of sheet sets with Ellen. I've known her for almost 20 years. I have never, ever, this is a hands down, I'll just say the last decade for sure, but even that being said, I think in the almost 20 years I've known Ellen, I don't know that I've felt any sheet set that feels this fantastic from the onset, without laundering, without
Right.
any special care. So I guess my personal recommendation or suggestion to you is, if you're the least bit tempted, you get a 30-day return policy. I think if you do only get one, and again, I'm not here to spend your money for you, but I think you would have kind of that, why didn't I get another one?
Yes,
I mean, seriously.
Most people I've talked to are getting at least two sets.
I know. Chris, our sales manager, he bought 4 sets.
Oh my God.
He bought 4. I know, seriously.
It's been popular here.
I know. Ellen, I love you.
Thank you,
Thank
too.
you.
Thanks for having me in your show.
Oh,
Good to see
absolutely.
you.
Appreciate you coming in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Miss Marlowe, she's coming up tomorrow at 5 with Good Eating.
Okay, so I'm not going to be